Hey guys, welcome back to Blaze Goddess Tarot. For today's bigger card reading, we are looking into what does your boss secretly say about you. You got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Go ahead and pause the reading and pick the pile that calls out to you the most. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this crystal, then this is your reading. Before we get into it, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot. And if this reading resonates, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. But we're going to go ahead and look into pile number 1. What is your boss secretly saying about you? We're going to see if they're even talking about you first, actually. So, is pile number 1's boss talk about them? Like, did they talk about him? Does pile number 1's boss secretly talk about them? I just want one card. Do they secretly talk about pile number 1? Yes! You have the Ace of Swords, yes! Sometimes you might even be the topic. They might even, like, start conversations about you. Be like, yeah, so did you hear about so-and-so? What they up to? So what do they secretly say? So when they talk about pile number 1, what do they say? Yeah, I feel like they definitely ask questions about you. Like, they ain't afraid to ask. 8 of Pentacles. He has, like, a mask. 5 of Swords. 5 swords. Yeah, it's like they definitely gonna ask. Like, they ain't afraid to find out what they gonna find out. It's funny because, like, there might be a specific person, you know, maybe somebody that likes to put themselves out there, like a hoe or whatever. But there's someone definitely that, maybe not like a ho-ho, but like maybe like an attention hoe. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube, but, you know, there's somebody that really likes to, you know, flap their gums, really likes to talk. And I feel like your boss has that one person that they could always ask and always finds out everything. They might even, you know, have a mask on with this person because they might not put their information out there. Maybe they even lie to this person about their business. Like, if this one person that they get their information from asked them a question, it would be, you know, oh, I don't know, you know, oh, I've asked so-and-so, they didn't know, you know, they would try to, like, they would tell them some things if they already know, like, a lot of people already know about, like, a certain situation, but they would never tell them something private or something that isn't already publicly known. But they will definitely always, like, rely on this person. And I feel like the reason this is being said is because I just got a message that you could also go and tell that one specific person if you actually know for a fact it is that person. And, you know, tell them something. And, you know, it's like one of those things, it's like, oh, well, I put a specific type of information out. Like, you tell 3 people different things. And the first thing you heard back is the first person that has talked about you. You know what I mean? Like, I told, you know, person A that I like cats. And I told person B I like rabbits. And I told person C that I like dogs. Alright? And next thing you know, you heard somebody say, oh yeah, well, I heard, you know, Blaze Goddess likes rabbits. So you automatically know, okay, so person B is the one talking about me. They're running their mouth, telling, you know, and let's say my favorite animal is like an elephant or something. You know, I just lied to these 3 people, but I know pile B, you know, is the one that is talking too much. And I feel like that might be something that you could do to kind of filter out, you know, who's talking about you. Because I feel like you could always figure something out like that. Because I definitely feel like your boss has that one person that they always go to find out whatever they want. That's what the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords talks about, like, winning no matter what. Your boss is finding out no matter what. And it's, like, funny because, like, I was looking at this white bird and I didn't even notice the darker bird. I didn't even notice that bird. I didn't notice either one of those birds. All I saw was the white one. So your boss is kind of like more on the sneaky side, I think. But you see, like, that might be you, pile number one, and then you have different people watching you. Maybe you know a little bit of this person, but you don't know much of your supervisor. You know, or vice versa, you know. Your boss is talking about you, you know. Like, that's why you probably clicked on this video, but you don't know where they're getting their information from. What are they secretly saying? 7 of Swords. See, like, there's the... Dude, and then you got that with the sword. I feel like your boss feels like if they went and asked you personal business, you would kind of like... You'd be kind of silent. You wouldn't want to tell them. Like, I feel like if they think that you find out, you wouldn't want to be around them. You would really cut them out. You would maybe even, like, cuss them out a little bit. Or hit them on a chopping block, whatever that means. You know, like, maybe if you're short-staffed one day and you're like, oh, yeah, you remember when you talked about me and then you just left? What are they saying? Yeah, they don't really know too much about you. They might even be telling, like if their boss asks about you, like the person over them asks them about you, then they would basically say, like, they don't really know too much about you. Because I just don't realize, like, in the middle of that thought, like, these are two different people right there. It's like they say that you get the job done, but they don't know too much about you. They feel like if they overplay their role, then you might have, like, vengeance towards them or something like that. That you wouldn't like it. Like, you like your space. Clarify this, actually. Why are all these swords? There's a lot of swords. I heard it's, like, a lot of assumptions. 2 of Cups. Swords. It's like your boss kind of, like, worries about you liking them. Like, they're stressed out about coming towards you, getting too close. They don't know how to make it work between the two of y'all. You have the High Priestess. So again, like, not really knowing too much about you. Maybe you're, like, a little intimidating towards your boss. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like your boss actually does tell people, like, you do learn. Like, they do learn about you, but it takes them a minute to understand, like, I guess, who you are. What are they saying about you? I feel like y'all's energy just don't mix. Like, it is some type of friction there. And they don't really know how to come towards you. They say that slowly over time that y'all eventually talk and y'all eventually get somewhere, but it's still not, like, friends or whatever. Yeah, you even got the 6 of Cups, and it reminds me of they kind of, like, think that you're a jokester. Maybe, like, you play too much, or maybe they think that... Whew. So I feel like they do talk about you, but they talk about how they don't really know much about you. They feel like if they came towards you, you wouldn't really take it seriously. You wouldn't be your true self, I guess you could say. You would try to keep it short. Kind of like give them like, not so much of a clown show, but like just a kind of like a routine. That's what I'm trying to say when I say that. But you kind of hold on to your own idea. You kind of, like, you like just to work. And it goes back to the mask. Like, your boss say that they don't really know you. It's like they gotta learn about you through other people, never as a direct source. I feel like they might even not even really understand your facial expressions either. Maybe they think that you're kind of on the colder side, but they want to believe that they can eventually have like a relationship with you or something. That it's kind of how it is right now. They feel like it's kind of stressful to think about, you know, connecting with you. As long as you come in and do your job, it's alright. So I feel like I think that's why you overall got the Ace of Swords too. Because it's like, talks about reaching a new beginning of clarity. So it's like, they're starting to understand how to go about things, I guess you could say. I hope that really makes sense. But if it did and it resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot.com. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. If you chose this crystal, then this is your reading. Before we get into it, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot.com. And if this reading resonates, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. But we're going to go ahead and start with, pile number 2. Is your boss actually talking about you? Do they talk about you a lot, or what's the deal? Does pile number 2's boss talk about them? I just like want one card. Does pile number 2's boss see if they talk about them? You have the 4 of Cups. I feel like I'm not really. No. It's like with all the spider webs, they might have used to talk to you about you. But they really don't so much now. Like, there might just not be a lot to say about you. Or at least what they know. Because you got that cup in the back. They might be distracted with other things. Yeah, because you even got the 4 of Swords. So I think maybe... Excuse me. I kind of want to keep this card out. Will you see it if I put it like that? No. I'll put it right here. Over on the side. Because I want to keep it out. Because I feel like with this card, they used to, right? They might have had like a whole bunch of conversations about you, but eventually they just stopped talking. And I feel like maybe they had a lot of things they had to do. They might have ended up getting busy, and now you're kind of like, I guess, in the back burner. But I kind of want to know, like, because the cup in the back kind of gives me a vibe that it's eventually going to present itself. Like, all this boss needs to do is get up and turn around. So, like, what is behind this boss? We have the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles. For some reason, this does give me love triangle vibes, because you have two queens and then a king, and then the Ten of Cups talks about relationship long term, and you have the Emperor. Maybe it's not so much of a love triangle, maybe it's just you and your clique. So that might be for some of y'all. Or maybe you're going through changes. Maybe when they first known you, maybe you didn't really like the job. Maybe with this Queen of Cups pouring out this, you know, the water out of her cup. Maybe you were just really upset and you didn't really like the job. But then you ended up finding some type of passion and you kind of settled for this job. So maybe that's why they used to talk about you. Maybe they wasn't really content either. So, what did your boss used to say about you? Judgment. Queen of Swords. You were very intelligent. You're very intelligent. You're very wise. I feel like you're also creative. You're more, like, you're always looking for knowledge. You're always trying to put the best version of you out there. Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. But you were still kind of like searching for something better. You were searching for something that made you more happy. More happy, happier, you know. Yeah, there's the Ace of Cups. You're trying to find, like, true love. You're trying to find a dream job. One of the two. You're searching for something that makes you happy. But something came crashing down. You got left in the dust. Or that's how your boss feels like, you know, what happened to them. No, you were left out in the dust. And then you came across, you know, putting your head in the game. You know, and you came out on top. You found this job. You're starting to discover what makes you happy, what brings more balance into your life. And then once you figure that something out, I feel like you're going to take that step. It's just your boss don't really know when the time is to, you know, let you go, I guess you could say. It's like you're trying to cover more land. You're trying to really, I guess, put yourself out there. Maybe they feel like, yeah, because now you have the Empress. So it's like you're really trying to follow your heart desires. You're really trying to figure out what you want to do. I feel like when you first got the job, you were very eager to expand your knowledge. Like, you're already smart and you was asking questions. You were very active. You were very, you know, putting yourself out there. Maybe you had a lot of questions and, you know, your boss actually had to go and ask somebody else to get, you know, answers for you. So, when you come up in conversation, do they say anything? Like, what happens if you get caught up in a conversation with them in it? Like, what? See, there's another, like, these cards look the same, basically. Maybe your boss don't really like to put your information out there. Yeah, maybe it's like somebody asks like a question about you, and then they answer, and they kind of just go on about their business. Yeah, it's like they don't really speak too much about you. They basically say what they need to say, and they keep your information on the down low. I feel like your boss also don't want people, like certain people, to know too much about you. Maybe it's like something that you're doing for them and they don't want to get caught or something like that. Yeah, it's like they want to keep something hidden. So it's like they try to not really get too much eyes on you. Yeah, there's the Ace of Cups again. Like they talk good on you. But it's like they say that you're a good worker, you really do like the job and everything like that, but they don't put too much information out there, so I think that's why they don't talk about you. They talk highly of you, but they don't entertain the conversation with you in it, you know? See, there's another kind of like disinterested type of card. You know, it's like they always think about you. And again, like putting an end to that type of conversation and going on to something new. It's like it kind of makes them happy not to really say too much. It makes them happy being the only one to really know so much about you. There's the Five of Wands. It's kind of like something small. Like, you know, if you're off one day and you told them why, and then, you know, their boss or whoever comes and asks, be like, yeah, why is Paul number 2 not here today? Then they would try to be like, you know, oh, I don't know. You know, I think they said something about... Like, they wouldn't even say that. They would probably just be like, I don't know. But you would probably tell them beforehand, like, oh, you had a doctor's appointment or something. So it's like they like to keep what they know about you behind closed doors. They try to act disinterested. To kind of, I guess, keep the attention off of you. I guess keeping attention off of you also keeps them off of them. You know, it's not like, oh, that's your employee, you know. Alright, pile number 2, that is all I have for you. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot. If this reading resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this crystal, then this is your reading. Before we get into it, I do want to say that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddess.com. And if this reading resonates, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. So, is pile number 3's boss currently talking about them? Like, does their boss talk about them? I just want one card. Pile number 3's boss talk about them. The Star. I feel like this is a yes. I feel like sometimes. But I feel like it's like in a lovely energy. What does pile number 3 boss say about them? I feel like if you took some type of vacation, they may have said something about you coming back and they can't wait to see you again. Or maybe some bosses say that they can't wait to kind of like see your journey. Maybe some of them say that they watch you from afar. They keep an eye on you. 3 of Cups. I feel like you bring a lot of joy to your boss's day. You also bring a lot of joy to the work environment. I feel like you bring a lot of joy to your boss because, you know, you do get your job done. They don't really have to worry too much about you. You know, they can go and do other things and they can have trust in you that you're going to do what you need to do. Yeah, there's the Empress. You mean a lot, and I feel like it really does show. Yeah, the Fool. they really do see your worth. They really say that, you know, you're somebody really worth investing in. Like, you deserve a raise, you deserve a promotion. If there's ever a job that really sounds like worth investing in, I feel like they do speak up and say, you know, oh, you can ask pile number 3 if they want the position. And that you really do get the job done. You're really worth investing in. Someone worth keeping around for the long run. I feel like they are also, it's like they kind of hope that you end up finding a bigger, brighter future. Like, they feel like you're a go-getter and you deserve, you know, something bigger than this place. And it's like they would love to watch you go through all this, you know. I feel like you're always trying to learn something. You're always trying to put your ideas out there. I feel like you're very creative, or you get things done very creatively. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's like you adapt to change very, very easily, or very well at least. They're hoping that you might change your path that you're going down, because they really want you to do well. We have the 5 of Wands. Upright, okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Why is the 5 of Wands here? The Magician and the Queen of Cups. I feel like there might be some people in the work environment that is secretly jealous of you. I feel like you might have a little bit of drama with it, because you get what you want. You know, and especially if you get a bigger position. Like, let's say you're there for just a couple months and you're already getting a position that, you know, somebody that was there for like 6 years wanted. And people are starting to get jealous, and you're not paying them any mind. You're like, I deserve it. And you do. And it's like you're holding on to this new beginning, or an idea of some type of new beginning. Like, maybe you're in college, or maybe you're trying to get a certificate so you can deepen your career. But it's like you're locked in. I keep seeing the 2 of Swords. So I'm going to put that out, and then I'm going to ask, what's this 2 of Swords here for? King of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. It's kind of like they don't know how you do it. There's Swords and the Page of Wands. Like, they don't understand, like, why you would want to commit to this job. Why would you want to settle for something less? Yeah, that you're secretly thinking about, you know, something brighter, something bigger, you know, finding your own destiny. And I think that's why they don't understand why you work so hard here when you need to work so hard on yourself. You know, actually preparing on, you know, and thinking and strategizing a way to actually move forward without having to be stuck at this job. But you're very committed to this job. And it kind of like, it weighs heavily on your boss, because like maybe they, you know, if they was younger, they would take that step, and it's like they don't want you to make that wrong choice either. So it's like I feel like they might even, yeah, it's like they kind of project their own self-limiting behaviors on you in a way that's like they hope that they don't, like, that you don't make the same decisions that they did, because they wish that they would have went further in life. You know, the potential that you do, like, that you can have. They wish that you would just go down it instead of doing what they did and ignoring it. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you have the 3 of Pentacles, which talks about, you know, partnership, really working together. And then you have the 4 of Wands. So it's like they just talk about how they're really happy to have you in their corner, that you really know what you're doing, that, you know, life is going to take you very far, especially if you are very determined with your goals just as much as you're determined with this job. And I feel like they definitely, they feel bad because they want you to do far better than this place, you know? They don't want you to be content here. They don't want you to get comfortable. I feel like this boss actually thinks about it a lot. They actually talk about it a lot. Because I think this was very fast. And it was very clear. It was clearer than the other piles. Like, whenever they get a chance, I feel like they talk about it. But alright, pile number 3, that is all I have for you guys. If you want to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description at BlazedGoddessTarot.com. If this reading resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed. Bye!